Okay, I'm going to answer your question with a few of my own. When someone doesn't want a dog, do people tell them that they'll never know true love without a dog? Do people tell them that if they're not going to get a dog, they might as well kill themselves because life without a dog is pointless? If someone doesn't want a dog, do people comment on their profile saying, if all dogs hate you, you can just say that? What about, you don't have a dog because you clearly have deep childhood trauma, you should go to therapy. And then when your therapist tells you that they think you've made a good choice in not getting a dog, they tell you to get a new therapist. Or, wow, since you don't want a dog, you must be your parents' greatest disappointment. The reason most child-free people talk about being child-free, and in my opinion, why most outspokenly child-free people are women, is because of the way we're treated in society. So, in addition to not wanting kids, I also don't drink. But especially now that I'm older, I don't get judged for not drinking, so there's really nothing to talk about. I don't like to read romance books, but no one has ever told me that no man will ever love me because I don't like reading romance books. Now, if I made a video about how I don't like to read those books and someone made a comment, you're gonna bet I'll respond. Especially on the internet, child-free people and child-free AFAB people especially are treated horribly. And no, I'm not saying that parents are treated like royalty, they're just not the topic right now. But you seem to think that being child-free is a harmless choice, and I agree with you. But what other harmless choice has people telling those who made that choice to kill themselves? Because even if they're just words on a screen that some troll wrote, why would they do that? You don't see them writing that about not having a dog. And I think that's one reason that I also keep talking about being child-free, because the vitriol about it is fascinating to me. I cannot imagine feeling this strongly about someone's reproductive choices. Plenty of parents vocally hate child-free people, which means that there is interest in the topic. And you know what? I might as well make money while getting hated. There is a genuinely important reason why I speak about being child-free, and that's because not everyone knows they have a choice. I'm not an antinatalist. I believe that if people want kids, they should have them. However, I believe that parenthood should be wanted and not stumbled into. Do some parents pull off ad hoc parenting? Absolutely. But I want every child to be wanted. And of course, it sounds unbelievable that someone might not realize that it is a choice to have children, not an inevitability. But that's not the case, as many of my comments show. Even me as a kid, I was not a child-free child, but I also wasn't a child that dreamed of becoming a mother. I assumed I would become one because that's what grown-ups do. And growing up in America in the 90s and 2000s anyway, if someone, or a woman especially, didn't have kids, that was something to be pitied. But honestly, I knew of very few women in my life that didn't have kids. I think it's in someone's best interest to know all of their options, especially these days when it's so much more than, do I want a kid? It's also, can I support a kid? Am I emotionally able to be a parent? Can my body handle pregnancy and childbirth? But if I have a planned pregnancy that goes wrong, do I live in a place where we can get that pregnancy removed? If my child is born disabled, will they have access to all the help that they need? I think these are extremely important things to think about. It's stuff that a lot of parents don't think about before they have a kid. And I think the more we can encourage people to really think about big life decisions, the better off we'll all be. So I guess that's why I talk about being child-free. It's not because I'm talking about how great it is to not have kids. It's that I'm talking about having a choice.